Hey, what is up guys? So we're going to be doing a deck profile for this Cyber Dragon Infinity deck that I've been playing, and it's a really potentially strong deck because, I mean, negating anything is pretty cool. Now this one is definitely going to be a turbo version that just brings out this card. There's another really cool card called Chimera Rampage Dragon, but I feel like if you just bring out two of these early as possible, sometimes you can just win the game, your opponent just quits, because two of these basically just breaks the game. I feel like just being able to potentially have 8 negations and he's got large attack is just like too good in the game. But anyways, if you guys don't know what this thing does, it absorbs a monster on your opponent's side of the field that is face up and in attack position, and then it gains extra attack, and then you, once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach a material, and then it just negates the effect of anything. So it's a really, really strong card. Like I said, this version is just to bring out this card, because I think this card's amazing, and I just kind of want to mess around with it. I will definitely be playing other versions of the deck in the future, but for now, I just kind of wanted to try out this version. This is the version that I'm giving. If you're just here on NetDeck, I'll put a Dropbox link down below in the description box, so you guys can check that out. But, over here was some cards that I was considering playing, but I just wanted to make a turbo version of the deck because if you, like I said, if you bring out two of these, you basically auto-win most games anyways. But anyways, let's go and jump into the deck profile. If you have any suggestions, because I kind of just threw this deck together, I just don't know some of the more obscure cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! That could maybe increase their levels or do like little shenanigans to become a light or something like that. But if you guys have any suggestions, I'm still basically working on the deck. I would love to hear them in the comment section below. But man, all you guys have been asking for the deck profile, so I'll give it to you guys as is right now, and we can kind of improve upon it later as we just go along. But anyways, let's go and jump right into the deck profile. So first off, 3 Cyber Dragon, pretty self-explanatory in the Cyber Dragon deck. And then we're playing 3 Galaxy Soldier. This card's amazing because basically he's almost like quick draw on the deck. You just discard or you send 1 light monster, because that's technically different in Yu-Gi-Oh! But you get to special summon it in defense position, and then when this card is special summoned, you get to add 1 galaxy monster from your deck to your hand, which is really cool because that's basically a quick draw that doesn't make you go minus. Now, the reason why I'm playing quick draw, which is the next card, is because I want the deck to be as fast as possible. You go ahead and first turn, go into that machine dupe, and you're able to just kind of just make a field. If you can establish 2 of these early on in the game, you just win, like I mentioned before. It's just so hard for someone to deal with multiple monsters with so much attack, especially if you absorb their stronger monster and it gains extra attack. It's a nightmare for most decks to just deal with that many negations that early on in the game. But yeah, that's why I'm playing Quick Draw, just because he's level 5 and he's a machine that I can just summon really easy. Because basically in the deck you have a lot of quick just special summon Cyber Dragon from the deck, or special summon it from your hand. And then from there you can just kind of go off with the other cards. Because you can special this, and then you can go ahead, normal summon this, machine dupe, and then you guys can see where I was going with the deck profile. But yeah, for the most part, he's just trying to make the deck as quick as possible. He's Quick Draw. And then we're playing 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Dre. He's just overall really awesome because he just makes it so when you normal summon him, he can change the level of all Cyber Dragon monsters to level 5. So then you just go right into Nova right into Infinity. Then we're playing 3 of the Chronomaly Golden Jets. He's just another normal summon, changes its level to 5, and he's also light, which I like because it kind of just works with this guy. And then 3 Cyber Dragon Core. Now, a lot of these cards will count as Cyber Dragon when they're on the field or in the graveyard, so that's kind of helpful for a Chimera Fortress Dragon, especially in Mirror Match. But for the most part, Cyber Dragon Core, you go ahead and you normal summon it, and then you machine dupe. That's the basic combo of the deck, and then you get to go very, very plus because you get to special summon these Cyber Dragons. It's not like these, yeah, you just go for these, and these can still attack. There's no downside at all with machine duplication. It just has to have 500 less attack. Originally, guys, I was playing Solar Wind Jammer. I'm like, what the heck? How come I can't machine dupe on Solar Wind Jammer? Because Solar Wind Jammer says if you control the monsters, you can special summon it, and then its original attack and defense become half. So I'm like, oh, it's 400, perfect. But then it says there can only be 1 face-up Solar Wind Jammer on the field. I'm like, oh man, that sucks. Otherwise, this card would have definitely been amazing. But if there's any other cards that are similar to this, hey, let me know, because I'm definitely interested in making this deck even better than it already is, because it's pretty good. I mean, you bring out 2 of these and your opponent just quits. But yeah, he's just a normal summon that's level 4, because you do special summon a lot when your opponent has nothing. Because you just special summon Cyber Dragon, and then I just want another normal summon. You can maybe drop one of these guys and maybe try Solar Wind Jammer if you want, but I just really hated how I couldn't machine dupe on that guy. Yeah, but it's either you can mix and match whatever your preference is. And then I'm playing 3 copies of Cyber Dragon card is too OP, man. Because of Cyber Dragon Dre, originally I was playing Cyber Network. This card is amazing, don't get me wrong. It's potentially just like you instantly win. But I found the card to be a little bit too slow because now in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's got to be fast. Because if you have this card and you're just sitting on it, eventually, you know, it's 3 standby phases after activation. So your opponent might just have vanities and they might just like overwhelm you because that's a long time you gotta wait. Personally for me, like I said, I just felt it to be too slow. Like I said, don't get me wrong, it's amazing. It's totally potentially like, if you activate it successfully and your opponent has no answer, you've won. Even though you can't conduct a battle phase, if you're making 2 to 3 of these, yeah, your opponent probably will be losing unless they're going to draw all of the Exodia, which you actually cannot negate because it is a win condition. But Cyber Dragon Core, amazing card because machine dupe worth it. Next up, 3 Instant Fusion. It's a turbo deck, so like cybersaurs. And then I'm playing Soul Charge because if you maybe go off and then you know, next turn you draw on a Soul Charge, it doesn't matter that you can't conduct your battle phase. You make enough of these, like I said, you won the game because these cards have so much attack anyways. And then we're playing, yeah, 3 Machine Dupe, 3 Cyber Repair Plant. You basically use the only card you search out with Cyber Dragon Core, and then if you have multiples of it, you get extra free bonus effects. Very good indeed. And then 3 copies of Night Beam. Oh, one thing that's also kind of important that I want to mention with this card is once you bring out, like, once you've machine duped this other Cyber Dragons, because you're going to go ahead and you get up to 2 more Cyber Dragons. Make sure when you're using Cyber Repair Plant that you're actually targeting one of the Cyber Dragons and you put one of the Cyber Dragons back into your deck, just in case if you draw another machine dupe with this card, you can still kind of use it, if that makes sense. I'm playing 3 copies of Night Beam, 3 tuning just to make the deck as quick as possible, and then we're playing 3 MST and 3 Forbidden Lance. The reason why I like Forbidden Lance is because it makes it so your opponent can't just make you instantly negate with this. Like, you can go ahead and activate Lance, and then because usually you've absorbed something, but I also didn't like dealing with things that you know, like torrential when I made, well, they would more likely torrential earlier on, but sometimes they'll wait for I don't know what reason. They're like, well, maybe I'll just get one of them out of the deck, you know, just so he doesn't have access to it later. Or if he just tries to use something that deals with it, so it tries to negate immediately, then he's going to chain something else to it. I just kind of prefer to have Lance in general, just because I like this card, and the off chance they have something to stop this guy from activating its effect, like Breakthrough Skill. Traps, I would say right now, aren't too relevant in the game. I've been seeing a lot of Book of Moons and things to flip things down, so sometimes this card can be definitely good just to be like, oh no, you can't do anything, like a Book of Eclipse. I just don't want to deal with it, because sometimes when this card has too much attack, they just can't deal with it, because if you're able to still even just keep 2100 attack and a negation, that's still relatively strong in the game. But as far as the extra deck, I'm playing 3 of these. These are excellent for mirror match, excellent against the heavyweight samurais, and I'm playing the 3 cybersaurs because we got 3 instant fusion, 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Infinity, 1 copy of Wind Up Zenmayo, 1 copy of Adrius, the Keeper of Armageddon, 1 Volcasaurus, and then 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Nova, because like I said, it's this version is a turbo deck. Cards I consider was Cyber Network. I will be doing a different build that doesn't just make this card, but I just kind of wanted to make it because it was so awesome. As far as Honest goes, you're at 2900 attack when you absorb a monster, and you have negation, and even after that you're 27. I felt like you had enough attack. The things that were going to beat you anyways were going to be Castell, or things that would absorb you after you've already negated, so I felt like it was not really necessary to play Honest. Honest is a fantastic card. Vanity's Emptiness plus this is just a nightmare for a lot of decks to deal with. Nonetheless, again, this all comes down to making this deck as fast as possible, and I wanted to bring out 2 of these guys and make my opponent just be like, oh, I quit Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that's basically what this deck does. But anyways, guys, I'd love to hear if you have any more suggestions for the deck down below in the comment section. I feel like there's probably more other cards that can change their level, because what I do need, guys, is monsters that are light machine type monsters, hopefully. This one just requires machine type, but I do kind of want it to be light simply because of Galaxy Soldier with his effect that you can send 1 other light monster from your hand to the graveyard, and again you special summon himself, and then you get to add 1, so it's kind of plus. But if there's any other cards that just kind of work well, like maybe they're a level 5 that you can go and special summon it, and then like it changes attribute to light, or like you draw cards. So there might be some cards I just don't know about, like I said. There is also, I don't know if they added the there is a Satellar Knight I want to talk about real quick. I don't know what they called it. Oh, I don't know if they added it yet. What is the Velteros? It's Stellar Knight. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know how to spell, guys. What? How am I spelling it wrong? So you guys are probably cringing right now. What is it? Hold on. It's STE. Okay, hold on. I think it's... No, they haven't added it yet. Well, anyways, it's a Constellar card that I think Starsiders will probably end up trying to use to make. And then, like, during your opponent's turn, you can just, like, rank up for a rank 5. Or if it has enough material. Or it's like you would, like, attach, like, a Saturnite material to it. I forgot, like I said, someone will comment in the comment section below of what that card actually is. But basically, you can also bring out Cyber Dragon Nova, or Cyber Dragon Infinity, essentially, because you're going to make this and make this anyways. You can make it in any deck, is what I was trying to say, but, again, I forgot what the exact card name was. I apologize for that, but someone will mention in the comment section below. I'll make a different build with that, but I just wanted to try to make a turbo version of the deck, but, like I said, if you guys have any suggestions for the deck, please don't mention something like Vanity's Emptiness, because, again, I want it to be as turbo as possible, and this... You don't really need vanities because, like I said, if your play's going off and you're making 2 of these, you don't need anything because you're going to negate 4 times or 8 times if you get 2 of them out and you absorb 2 things. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have some fun playing some Cyber Dragon deck. And I think this is going to be looking like a really good budget deck as long as this card, once it comes out in the TCG, it's like, you know, not secret rare because, you know, every time in TCG, it's like, oh, good card, secret rare for sure. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes signing out.